So this is my latest video in my Autistic Spectrum ADHD Learning Disability Experience video series, and in this video I would like to speak to the parents. If your child is anything like me, like I was and even still am, their room is probably really messy. I mean, you may have tried any of these following things: making them clean their room a lot, deep cleaning it yourself, or even hiring a professional organizer, and it stays clean for maybe a week or so, less more, and then again it's a huge big mess and you just can't understand why. Am I right? So first of all, I do believe there is a lack of organizational skills, which of course skills can be learned, but I think it goes beyond that. From my personal experience, I think it goes beyond organizational skills. So if you're thinking, well, I'll just have my kid, take a organization class, I do not believe that's going to solve the issue. I think it goes beyond organizational skills. So if a lack of organizational skills isn't the only reason or even the main reason why your child keeps having a messy room, then what is it? And keep in mind, I'm speaking here from a personal perspective. So believe it or not, and this is from my perspective, from my experience, it's a desire to establish an identity of one's own. You see, my mom was very organized. She enjoyed organizing things. And for me, it was a way to establish my messy room for me was a way to establish my own identity. For lack of a better word, my form of rebelling. And I honestly, the more I think about it, think teenage rebellion is actually a very healthy thing, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. You know, being different, establishing your own identity is a very healthy thing, in my opinion. And that was my way of establishing my own identity. And keep in mind that I always knew where the things I needed were. And if for some reason things got misplaced, like it was late at night, I forgot where I put it, or if my room got cleaned by someone else and they put something in a different place, that's when things got into panic mode for me. But typically, and so this day, no matter how bad my room is, I keep things in certain places. It just looks messy. It's messy, but it's not unorganized, is what I'm trying to say. Now, every so often, I will decide to clean my room, but it gets messy after a couple of days, and I figure, like, why bother? And that's one of the other things too. Like, perhaps your kid and child, I don't know what term to use. I try to stay away from gender terms. Just doesn't think it's important, and no matter how hard you try to convey it's important, they just don't think it's important. You know, for me, it's not a priority at all. So what am I trying to say in this video? I'm basically trying to say that if your kid's room is messy, don't let it bother you too much. Don't pull your hair out over it. Make sure they're organized. Make sure they know where their things are. And occasionally it's good to have them clean it or something like that. But don't pull your hair out over it. It's not a battle worth fighting, in my opinion. So I hope this video, if it was at least helpful, at least provided a different perspective than you may have gotten otherwise. If it was helpful in any way, please give the video a thumbs up. Please check the channel out, see other things I do. If you like what you see, please give it a subscribe. I'd be very thankful. Any opinions, please post in the comment section down below. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.